Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very special Christmas episode of the Bunker Boys podcast. I'm Evie.
Kyle.
And I'm Alex.
And we are three very smart, capable, and educated gentlemen that wanted to start a podcast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That we're destined to start a podcast.
Yeah.
Destiny called us.
So, well, boys.
And fate has brought everybody to us.
Yeah.
Where's our one overseas?
Belgium?
Belgium.
Belgium.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Belgians.
I found out we have another surprise listener.
Ooh.
Yeah. I was like, oh.
Where from?
Jesus Christ.
Brazil.
No. But Abby actually listens.
Italy.
Abby.
Oh, Italy.
Yeah.
The
Shout out.
Italians.
So she was like, I like your podcast. You guys are funny. And I was like,
Oh, that's dope.
I was like, oh, okay.
Sweet.
That's
Thanks,
dope.
Abby. Yeah.
That's
I
good.
usually
That's good to
get, hey, I listen to your podcast. And I'm like, oh, that's what's up. And they're like, yeah.
let's end the conversation now. That's dope.
They know you'll tell a story about them.
We're
that's
worldwide,
why.
bro.
That's true.
We're worldwide. That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
So we're the real Pitbull.
Yeah.
We're the real
Misters Worldwide.
Yeah,
Misters
Mr.
Worldwide.
327 407s. I don't know. 321s 407s.
252.
352.
352. What's that?
It's Ocala.
Oh, okay.
No one knows that zip code.
Come on.
Or area code,
Horse
whatever
capital
it
of
is.
the
Doesn't
world.
Orlando have a new one?
I think they were
Isn't
adding
there
another
321?
321's old.
Okay, that's what my mom
Also,
still
there's
has.
another one because
I've heard rumors there might be another one.
there was 407.
407 and
Then
321.
that one ran out, right?
Yeah.
Or something.
Oh, it ran out?
No,
That's
when
what
I
I
got a new
thought.
phone number, I went to 407.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why'd you have to get a new phone number?
Well, this was a couple years ago.
Oh,
Yeah. But
Yeah,
I went
why'd you
from a
have to get a new phone
321 to 407.
When's
I got
the
a new
last
phone.
time you've changed your phone
I've
number?
never changed it.
If you change your phone number, is that like
It means you made it because you're a celebrity.
Oh, okay. I was gonna go
That's
opposite
when
way.
you have to change your phone number. When
I know what it was.
Somebody gets
Yeah.
your number that then puts it on Reddit.
Yeah. You got to get a burner.
Doxes you.
Yeah.
I thought it was when you like had Metro PCS and you had to keep.
Oh,
Like,
so you're either
renewing
so
it.
rich
Yeah.
that's a problem, or you're so poor that's a
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
And then there's us.
Yeah.
I
We're
saw a
kind
lady
of
with a
toting that
flip
line
phone.
of poor.
I'm pretty close.
I was walking around downtown St. Augustine and I saw a lady with a flip phone and I was like, what did she do?
Dude, saying honestly, looks
But
nice.
was it the?
Yeah.
But was it the smart one?
I don't know. I just saw her flip
was
it up
probably
and I
the
was like,
smart
whoa,
one.
whoa, calm down.
It was probably the smart one.
It didn't. It had a keypad. I couldn't tell.
Ooh.
Yeah. I was like, is this the burner?
No, the smart one. It's one.
She European? I
screen,
don't know.
right?
Yeah.
One
But
continuous
no, this
screen.
was like a classic.
How
Hell.
old was she?
Couldn't be that old. She looked like a 30-year-old mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
She doesn't
maybe
believe in it.
40s. Yeah.
The government's
Yeah,
watching.
That's what I was
the
gonna
room.
say.
That's
I
what
thought-
I was thinking. I was
I
like,
thought
oh, it's an
maybe
Eevees.
it was a younger crowd.
Is what?
Because I thought maybe it was a younger crowd, like 18, 19, 20.
Nah, she had
20s.
kids.
Because that's. Do you think that's what like? Do your girls have cell phones?
Yeah.
And they have
Sophia.
smartphones?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Well, I wonder if some parents like your age, or even my age, like are getting their
Would.
kids phones, but they're getting them ones that can't connect to the internet.
Well, his daughter wants a retro console, so.
Yeah. And well,
a retro
also,
is that considered a retro?
yeah.
It's
Right?
not that retro, but I mean, I get it.
It's
'cause
not.
It's
well,
kind of old, right?
It's not retro right when they stop making games.
But it's
right?
like I couldn't ever think of a time where
You
I
wanted the
was
previous
a kid and it's
generation.
like
Yeah.
the Super Nintendo or like the
PlayStation 2 came out, and you were like, I want the one.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I want an Atari.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't want that garbage.
Yeah, that's true. Well, it's definitely not a retro price.
No.
because we
They're
were
still
looking
the
at
same
them.
price, right?
So, yeah,
Yeah,
so-
it's about the same.
His girl
Never went down in price.
say what they want.
So Ava and Sophia, the two oldest ones, wanted DSs. Well, when we were looking, an XL is even more expensive than a Switch Lite.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like a regular, like refurbished.
It's bigger.
Bigger than a Switch Lite.
Oh, I thought you said...
The XL's bigger than the regular.
Yeah,
Is that
I was
bigger?
thinking DS Lite, my bad.
Now, what is
No,
the
no.
DSi? What is the I?
I think it's just a regular.
That's just the
DS.
regular one?
That's the
Yeah.
original one, I think.
That's like that's like the regular 3DS.
I had the Lite.
first one. So I was looking, dude. I was like, oh hell no. So I asked Ava, and she just wanted a Switch.
Yeah, he had me looking him up because I didn't believe him.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, it's what $180." I was
That's
like,
crazy.
"No
Yeah.
way! That's what I paid back when I was like 12."
Yeah.
But then I found some at a local shop that were Japanese, which I think is pretty dope.
Hopefully they
The
work.
original,
No,
the original
yeah.
location. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh, yeah.
I checked them. I put a game in it. It plays in English. It's
Okay,
just
good.
the front like menu is in Japanese and the back sticker is in Japanese. That's the
That's
only
kind of
difference.
cool, yeah.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
that was cool. So yeah, they got that instead. But Yeah, even
Wait,
Sophia.
they don't want. They
Do
don't,
they- wait,
they don't
do they
listen
know
to this,
yet?
right?
No, they don't listen to us.
Okay, good.
They'll sometimes
Don't
like,
tell Alex's kids.
Sometimes while we're
Yeah.
scrolling through YouTube, they'll be like, "Hey, that's you."
Santa or the Tooth Fairy. What are they?
Whichever one. I don't know.
All
Whichever
the
way they
above.
want to
Yeah.
bully me at that
Easter
point in
Bunny
time.
one day. Yeah.
But yeah, when we got the phones, basically the reason I got their phones was because now with like them just being a little older, me and Leanne both work. I wanted at least Ava to have a working phone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was better price to add 2 lines, and they gave us the what is it, 12s,
Okay. Yeah, like the
basically for free.
yeah, like the XR replacement now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was gonna complain about that too because so did you guys as kids get to have play dates?
Like we went over to somebody's house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You assume we had friends. Oh,
Yes, I did.
I
Were
had.
you
I didn't
allowed-
have to have friends. I have a nice
Because it had to be like
siblings.
it had to be like a
so,
scheduled
yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
For
we
your
did do that,
parents.
Yeah.
I
for
think
the
that's
parents'
more
sake.
a white person thing.
Well, neighbors no. Neighbors that didn't matter. Like 'cause
Church
we could walk,
friends,
but if it was
yeah.
something that like because I mean you live in Oviedo, like
Yeah.
I lived in the trails. I showed you where I live, like by the
Yeah.
elementary school, the sanctuary, right? I think it's called, and it's like down. Is that down Redbug or something?
Yeah, it's right off Red. Is it still called Redbug? No, 419. I think
419.
I
So
can't
yeah, so that's a pretty
that a
far.
Loma?
So like, what?
Isn't that a Loma
remember.
419?
It turns into a Loma.
Okay.
No, it's not It's not a Loma. It's something else. I don't know. Whatever. No,
Whatever.
Anyway, those were not close neighborhoods.
Talking about roads, everybody's interested.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just in case you guys were wondering how to get
Yeah.
to my old house.
yeah.
Those were not close. So like that was
He's
when it would have to be like a
doxing himself.
scheduled thing.
Okay, but
Yeah.
just the fact that you were allowed was
You weren't allowed to go to
Hell
friends' houses?
no.
Really?
Hell no.
Why is that?
I don't know.
What were you gonna do? Commit sin over there?
No, I think it's more like there's a joke. Like remember when Cardi B came out looking like a little crack baby in that old picture of her?
Yeah.
And it became a meme. Well, one of them was like a Spanish mom or like a Spanish girl telling her friend like she couldn't come over because her mom said that you have brothers and a dad and one never knows. Like
Oh.
that's a joke because that's literally like what happened. Like literally every Spanish household was like that. But I don't know. For me, it was just like nah, because hell no, you got your own house. Why?
Yeah. Why are you going to?
That's so.
Everything you want is
interesting.
here.
I think my mom saw it as a break.
Yeah.
No,
if I can get
don't
rid of
know.
one of them for a few hours.
Well, that's the thing too. Is like I never like they never entertained me as a kid. Like they gave me things, or like we would go
Like
to a
your
park or
parents?
something like that. Yeah, but if we're at the house, like it's never like a mom on board. Let's do something.
But
I mean,
what?
yeah,
but what were you
sometimes,
like?
but,
What like? I guess like what were you
like
wanting
a Saturday
to do?
afternoon or whatever? Like any kids like bored or whatever. Like that's when a play day would be
Like you
right.
start
That's-
painting.
Yeah, something like that. Some activities like it was not saying that my mom never fucking did stuff with us, but
Yeah, come on, Alex.
I had
Mom.
3 sisters,
Jeez.
so it
So you
was
painted
kinda
your
like you,
nails.
like
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Have fun at home. That's where all your chores
Yeah,
are.
basically.
Well, I
or
mean,
go play
yeah,
outside. She
yeah.
did let me go outside a lot. Like,
Yeah, you go
I
outside.
can ride around the block with my
Yeah.
bike, no problem. I just couldn't.
But you
go
didn't have
to
any
somebody
immediate
else's house.
neighbors.
So even your neighborhood friends you can go to?
I couldn't
Yeah.
go in their house. I could
I
play
had
with them
one.
outside.
I had
couldn't go to their
one
house.
friend
Bizarre.
like that, and it's what I didn't realize until I was older. But I would still sneak into his house. We played Mortal Kombat. I wasn't supposed to because my mom was like, "Don't go in that house," and I went in anyway. But I realized as I'm older, it's because she was like a smoker inside, and my mom didn't want like
That's
me being
secondhand.
around that lady all the time.
Yeah, that'd
But
be
we would. I'm like, in between rounds, I'm like looking out the window to see if mom's walking by, which she wouldn't. She wouldn't leave the house.
Like she's like,
I knew it. Yeah, she's banging on the door. She's
Really?
like, "What are
Where
you
is
doing?"
he?
Yeah.
My mom would leave the house.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there was multiple times where like I was like, oh, I'm gonna be at the park at the end of the like, because in Miami we lived in a gated community, but there was a park out at the end. So I'd be like, oh, I'm over there.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be over there. And when I got home, my mom would let me
she'd
know.
rip you apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My backyard was like
'Cause she went
the
to go
park
check.
too. Because
Well,
I had a Barnett Park.
I
which
was very blessed.
kind of hoodie.
When we lived in Oviedo, we had woods behind us that we were allowed to play in, and then we had
You would be a woods boy.
we had 2 neighbors across the street that we were like best friends with. Like still to this day, those
Yeah.
are the people we go camping with every November. So Monday through Wednesday, we had dinner at one of the 3 houses every week. And so we were very close with these people.
That's crazy.
So yeah, so I mean, you get out of
That's
school,
a crazy amount of
bro.
clothes.
Yeah.
It was fun.
That's
it was a
crazy
lot of
amount
fun.
of clothes.
Yeah, it was.
I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just not used to
And
it.
that was so white family, us, white family, directly across, and then Colombian. So melting pot
Yeah.
of the neighborhood.
I don't think that's a melting pot. I think that's adding one.
No, she was married to a white guy.
Extra-
She was married.
They had a little bit of
It's just-
pepper.
Yeah,
to
that's adding a
that.
little bit of seasoning.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not much.
That's not a melting pot.
But yeah, bro, it was like we got home from school. It was like we were outside playing. We were in the pool. We were in the woods. We were just always doing something, playing tag.
Well, the reason I bring this up is because me and Leanne both talked about this, even when the girls were younger, that we weren't going to be so close-minded to letting the girls go over somebody else's house. The only thing is like somebody that like either
gotta-
me or Leanne,
you know the parents
Leanne,
or-
not me.
You know the parents.
Yeah, has to
Yeah,
meet the
I get
parents,
that. I
know the
get that.
parents, all that stuff. So we're trying to like do
Imagine
things the
like
right way.
if I had kids and you wouldn't let them over at my house. You know, you're like, heck no. You're like, I know.
Dude, actually, it would be the other way around because you would get bullied by his kids.
Oh yeah. dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
Like,
hey,
your kids
Ava's coming
cannot
over.
come over.
Yeah.
Hell no.
No.
No, yeah. So my only rule is have your phone by you because
Yeah.
if I
Yeah.
text you or call you, you, have
You know
to pick
that's
up.
not gonna go.
No, so
'Cause that's
Sophia
how I
went-
was.
Sophia
Yeah.
went over her friend's house, and literally, like, I would text her, call her, nothing. I'm like,
Now,
You ever thought about getting
if-
an Apple Watch to share?
no.
No.
How,
Okay.
Now hold on.
Okay.
What about getting yourself a new Apple Watch? Giving
Exactly.
them the
Yeah.
old one. Yeah.
Yeah, like
There
you
you
get a
go.
new one, you give them the old one, and you're like, you have to wear this, and if I call, you got to answer.
But just answer your goddamn phone.
But
Like,
here's the thing though.
Put it on
How,
loud,
how
who
often are you
cares?
calling? Are you calling
very
like
often.
okay, I didn't know if it was like are you
No.
okay?
No. I texted
Where are
her.
you?
I texted
Yeah.
her. We're gonna watch The Grinch, and I asked her like, "Hey, do you want us to wait for you to watch The Grinch, or do you just want to watch it now? And what time are you planning to come home?" She obviously had no plan, so I was like, "All right, 5:00 it is."
Yeah. Okay, so on the topic of that, like, okay, so you have kids that like retro things, right?
Yeah.
What if you got on pagers?
I don't know.
Or
I
a
think I might do
Palm, a
too.
Palm Pilot?
Yeah.
I think
They got
that
them on
might
their
be too
hip.
much.
Yeah.
Like it's a point. Like they.
Dad
like,
says
that's funny.
911.
They think that that a 3DS is retro. Like, oh, I want that old thing or whatever. They have no idea what a VHS is.
Oh, wow.
They have no idea what a Walkman
Yeah, that's
is.
retro.
Yeah, that's retro.
Yeah.
And that's still something I grew up with. Like, when did DVDs become a thing?
Dude,
Early
like,
2000s?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a long
Dude, I
time.
remember, well, this wasn't even that long ago. I was trying to use a VHS player, and I was like, how does this work?
The rewinding.
Yeah.
I don't miss the rewinding.
I
We
was
had
trying to get the tray to
rewinder
come out,
thing.
and I'm like, why doesn't the tray come out?
Did you have the rewinder?
No.
special
Well,
thing
we
you-
got one
Hell no,
later.
you think-
Yeah.
Pencil. No, that pencil was for the cassette
Pencil.
player.
No, you just
But
had a
no, but the
Pencil was
press
for
the-
the
it would do
cassette
it
player
for you.
itself would rewind.
Yeah.
But like that was one of our jobs.
I meant for the yeah, that was my bad. I was talking about for the cassette.
cassette tape.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
We got one later in life, and I was like, this is Bobo.
It was not. It wasn't great. But I just remember we had a conversion van with a TV,
Oh, yeah.
like a small. I mean, had to be the size
Yeah.
of our smartphones. You know,
Oh,
like
yeah.
the size of the TV at the top.
couldn't hear
And I was in
anything.
the
Man, that would
back,
have been
bro,
so
like-
dope though. Like,
Oh, it was
Yeah.
it was a blast, and the seats were like they weren't leather; they were like that cloth, so they were
Oh,
so
yeah.
comfortable. And I could anyway, but all the little compartments, like you imagine like an RV compartment, they were all just decked with VHSs, dude. We had like the Star Wars section, the Disney Princess
Dang.
section. For some reason, Fox and the Hound was always in there. Nobody ever watched that.
That's a sad
It's
movie.
a sad movie.
what did you
Sad
guys
movie.
have like on car rides to entertain you?
that?
That's the only thing.
I mean,
You had
that
a
was
Game Boy,
that was
right?
a pretty
You had
big.
you
I had a Game Boy, but you couldn't. I had the one that you couldn't play it like at night.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of the times when we would go like far, like if we were gonna go to like Georgia, my parents would load us up in like either early morning or like they would leave at midnight. Because my dad, it's easier for him. One, he gets stressed out with the traffic, and then two, not having to deal with us. So we would
Yeah.
leave at like
That's what I do.
3, 4 in the
Yeah.
morning. He would just drive through. Yeah.
Yeah. We did that, but also we would play like Punch Buggy, if that's,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, I mean, you
So
were
that's
taking a
essentially
small
what-
charter bus wherever you were
Yeah.
going. so-
There's a lot of people getting hit. Yeah. You're getting smacked left and
They
right.
were they were
God,
seeing the
I'm
wheels on
dying.
the bus go round and round.
Yeah.
You pulled
Yeah.
up and the restaurant was like, the football team is
yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah, the whole squad's here. Well behaved, though. I will say that.
That's
Well, this leads
Yeah.
me to another thing because, well, I'll tell you why. One thing I heard on the radio this morning, and I was like, "Oh, that's pretty interesting." I wonder what is a gift that you guys always wanted that you didn't get?
Guitar Hero, bro.
For real?
I wanted Guitar Hero for so many years. Why
did you get it?
Well, you know how I've talked about my parents and how like the music and like what we listened to and stuff was super strict. So Guitar Hero was never going to be something.
Okay.
And I got it when I was 12, and it was because, and now looking back at this, I feel awful. My grandma got me a bunch of stuff for Christmas. Like my grandma and grandpa always spoiled us, but then they kept kind of getting all the little stuff for us a little too long. So I'm 12 getting all these like gifts that I'm not really going to use. And I was just like, Grandma, what if we just returned all this? And bless her heart, we did it. And I got Guitar Hero, bro.
That's
awesome.
legit.
My grandma is the best.
Yeah.
But I've now looking back, I'm like, that was terrible.
Like, what
was I
doing?
thinking?
Dude, yeah.
And it was
That's
World
pretty
Tour.
bad.
It was World Tour, so I had it late. That was the one with the drum set.
Oh wow, yeah.
All right, what about you?
It's probably a game console. We would get them every once in a while. My parents got us a Sega Genesis when we were younger.
Ooh,
it was like when the
that's
64
pretty
came
good.
out, but they got the Sega over
Oh,
that.
okay.
So
Yeah,
it was like
most
that time.
And were those
Yeah.
the same? Those were at the same time.
It was
They were pretty-
around the same
around the same
time. It was. I think the Sega was.
Sega came out first,
I think
so
the
we got a
Sega
little
came
bit
out
later.
first. Because I think Sega, the thing about them was that they tried that whole like 3D platformer thing.
Yeah.
First, because everything was kind of side scroller at that point. Then they
Yeah.
tried the 3D with a couple like shooters.
Right.
But then the N64 came out as a response to Sega.
Yeah.
And then GoldenEye killed
GoldenEye
game.
and Super Mario.
And I think
right?
the Sega-
What was
Mario
the
64.
Super Mario 64?
The Sega came with like a pack-in game. That's why my parents got it. They were like, that way they don't have to buy anything else.
Yeah,
And
the
I think they
64
wanted to
was
get
the
us like
last one.
Zelda with the 64, but they couldn't find it, so that's why they went with the Sega. So
Yeah, 64 was the last console that my parents bought us for. Everything else I bought myself later on, or I got it from someone, which leads me the Game Boy Color.
never got one.
I wanted one so bad.
When was that?
Every
When did that
year,
come out?
bro? It had to.
I think that was a little bit
close
past
to the
my-
N64 because I remember like
Well,
'cause
N64 is
90
96, right?
I think the Game Boy was like 96, 98 as well.
it had to have been earlier.
Maybe
because-
the color was like 98.
Yeah, color.
So
I
then
believe. I
maybe
think
the-
it was color was like
94.
95. I think.
Yeah.
96. But whatever. Like when the Pokemon games came out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god! Every year after every year was Game Boy Color. Please.
Yeah.
I didn't get a Game Boy Color till I was
Yeah.
like fucking 15 years old, and somebody had one stashed in a drawer, and I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Can I please have that?"
I just want to play Pokemon Red.
There was a time where we just had a computer, so I was learning how to torrent stuff and emulate stuff at a young age.
yeah.
yeah.
Nerd.
Yeah.
I was like trying not to get viruses while I'm trying to play Pokemon. I'm like,
Dude, I don't know what my parents instilled in me, and my parents are not computer people by any means, but they had me so afraid of viruses. like it was something I was going to be able to get.
Yep.
Yeah, you were
Easy.
100%.
I'm
But
sure
but I
I
never really
ruined
used the
computers,
computer.
yeah.
Like
Oh,
I was going to
okay.
Disney.com to play the Sweet Life of Zack and
Yeah.
Cody game, you know?
Oh,
like
I was
yeah.
using
I was catching
LimeWire.
sandwiches as Stitch, you know? Like that's what I was doing.
Dude,
I'm like
well,
middle
let
school
me go
using
back.
LimeWire, whatever it is. I'm like downloading music.
Oh,
left
LimeWire.
right.
Say,
Yeah.
you were nuts.
LimeWire.
Downloading,
Oh, yeah.
downloading was a
Yeah.
Oh, LimeWire.
'Cause,
I
Napster had
gave
everything.
My dad some fucking serious viruses, bro,
Yeah.
and not
my
really doing
God.
anything wrong.
Yeah,
You guys
yeah.
like, I was just downloading like, well, I guess that's wrong too, but like downloading music and like and games,
Games, movies,
movies was
Yeah.
a lot.
I had like zip websites I would go to so I could download like
Yeah,
like
exactly.
emulated games. I'm like, all right, Chrono Trigger, here we go.
But that's also how I found, like, I figured out how to battle like simple viruses. So I'm happy about that.
battle
Yeah.
him. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like your Osmosis Jones.
Oh, yeah.
like in
That's what
the
it felt like,
trenches.
bro. I was sitting there sweating my ass off.
He's in the,
He's
like the
clicking
time I
code's
turn-
pulling up.
Yeah.
Every time I
Yeah.
opened the computer, it was window after window after
Yeah.
window. I'm like, God, my dad's
Oh,
gonna kill me.
I think that's what kept me from like looking at porn too, because I was so afraid that like,
Oh yeah.
I was so afraid my mom was gonna open up the
It
computer
wasn't-
next. It's just
Yeah.
boobs.
Yep.
right.
Like,
on
I
the
don't
front.
know.
I don't know, mom.
I don't know what that is.
Dude, I remember the first time I looked up porn. I was so afraid I got us a virus.
Oh.
Bro, think about, this is terrible, but like think about like kids have it so easy now.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
bro.
on my family shared computer
Yeah. Oh
connected to the kitchen, dude.
Oh, the worst was if you were trying to upload a picture. Or not even upload.
Download a picture?
Sorry.
Yeah,
You were
yeah.
contributing to the site?
No.
Yeah.
That's
He's like, a man online asked me for a shirtless pic. And that man was Jared from Subway.
No, yeah, but it would download like sections. So depending on
yeah.
like how fast,
Yeah.
it was
The
like-
dial up. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, that was the worst.
Sweating, dude. Yeah. I only ever did it once, like on the family computer. And this is so stupid.
This is 2018.
The brand. Yeah. This was yesterday.
Yeah.
The brand of like textbooks that we had was called Harcourt. and this kid, his name was Alan. Shout out Alan from John Walker. He came in and he was genuinely trying to, like, he was a smart kid. He was trying to look up the site for like extra stuff. And he told me, he was like, yeah, actually, I accidentally typed in hardcore.com. He was like, all this crazy stuff came up. And so then, of course, my curiosity was like,
Like,
well,
what is it?
I got to get to the bottom of it. And I got to the bottom.
Came out.
You put your Sherlock Holmes
Bro.
hat on.
Yeah. He's got his magnifying glass.
Bro, eye-opening.
Oh yeah.
And that was, I was at the family computer. Mom was at the neighbor's house. So I kept,
Yeah, I went to a bad school in middle school, and at that point in time, the IT at schools wasn't that good, so they thought they would block stuff.
they had an old man
Oh,
as
yeah.
the IT.
but you,
Yeah.
but like it was just like a basic block on search
like
engines.
dot porn.
But you find, you find a different search engine.
See, I didn't even know what that was.
Yeah, some people did.
Like,
That's the craziest part. I had classmates that knew more than the fucking old man that was
that's
IT.
wild. But,
Yeah.
but I was 4 years after you too.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
We
I know
were-
probably not much has changed, but
We were in like computer class, and somebody would put something on a random computer and just blast it as loud as possible, bro. It was so bad.
It's like
It was so
Dude.
bad. And I remember it got so bad that they made a public announcement being like, hey, we're bringing professional people to look at these computers, and if y'all keep doing this, you're getting expelled.
bro.
the computers are
And
so slow.
That's what's so, dude. What's funny about school too is I wish I would have known back in the day that a referral meant nothing. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
like they always
Yeah.
threaten that. Or like,
I found out that it meant nothing, but it didn't take like. But yeah, at first, like 4th grade, 5th grade, I was like, "Oh my god, a referral! That's the worst
Yeah.
thing ever."
you get a paper
Yeah, and
that
then
goes
I was
home.
like,
I think
"Alright,
I think it's more you get in trouble with your parents.
Yeah.
That's more.
I think
what
it was
the
just
punishment.
yeah.
Is. It didn't click until senior year of high school for me that it meant nothing.
Wow, senior
late.
year.
Well, because at
Hey,
that point,
that was a success for them.
At
Bro,
that
I was
point,
homeschooled
yeah.
and I knew that was
yeah,
not a problem.
Because at that point, like I wasn't really trying to really push the boundaries or anything. But one of my teammates, Chase, missed 30 days of school, and they were like, "We're going to give you a referral." I finally was like,
That's
He
it.
missed 30
Yeah.
"He's on the team.
Yeah.
He's graduating.
Yeah.
That doesn't even make any sense."
How did he pass all his tests?
I'm over here busting my butt riding the bench. It's
People used
ridiculous.
to get so mad because I knew that a referral meant nothing. And plus, when I was a junior, senior, like I always usually get along with like administrators. So like, I remember for senior skip day, me and my best friend, shout out Joel, one of my best friends in high school, we used to always come back to school late, like way late. Like it was almost.
Wait, come back. Where were you going?
Well, like for lunch, they let us leave.
What?
Yeah, a lot of schools did that.
So we'd come back super late, like midway through our last period. And
But like, there was stuff close enough to go to?
yeah,
Oh, not at Forest.
I mean it wasn't
Oh, you go to
super
the gas
close.
station. But how long was your lunch?
Well, we had block, so it was pretty.
Yeah,
long.
so did I. But
I don't know.
it was like during your middle. Like you
It
had
was-
3 classes a day.
No, yeah, I had 2 classes and then lunch and then the last
Oh, so
class.
see, ours was 3 classes a day, and then the second block is when you would go to your lunch during that block. So you got what, 25 minutes?
no, yeah,
25
I guess it was
minutes,
the same
really?
way.
20, 25 minutes, yeah. But that by the time you get to your car and drive,
Well, that
somewhere, that's
explains
Yeah.
why we were so late so many times.
Yeah,
It was
you
25
thought
minutes,
you
yeah.
thought you got an hour.
Yeah, I don't know how. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah, yeah.
But we'd come back.
How long is class? All right, that seems
slipping
like-
on our Baja Blast, walking like nothing. And we'd go, and then we'd sit at the administrator's office for a little bit, and she'd be like, "Guys, come on, can you guys at least throw away the cups before you walk into class? I was like, all right, fine.
You were that. I always hated the girl that came in late, like in the morning, and was shaking her Dunkin',
no.
like to let you know that she could drive and get her own Dunkin', her keys.
Yeah.
You know, annoying. It was always somebody with long fingernails too.
You know you
Ratchet.
love those.
No,
Yeah.
All right, what were we talking about? We're talking about the gifts.
we're
right?
talking about gifts. Tis
Yeah.
the season. Christmas. It's Wednesday when this airs, right? Christmas is on
Yeah.
Sunday, boys.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
I
It's a
hate
weird week.
when it's on a weekend.
Why?
It just feels like it's shorter.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense
It feels like the season
because
is shorter.
you're already in our, especially now that because I guess when kids, like, you get that whole block off, so who cares?
Well,
Yeah.
my
Like, for
favorite,
us,
my
we only
favorite
get
as a
that Monday
kid
off.
was when it landed on like a Tuesday or a Wednesday because we went to school all the way up till that weekend before, and then you got more time after. That was always my favorite when you had more time after.
Right.
But they're off. Like, they've been off. Like, they're off this week.
No,
already.
but like, think about like, okay, if Christmas was on Tuesday, next Tuesday,
Yeah.
they're going to school through this Friday. So then you have 2 full weeks after Christmas versus a week Christmas and then a week. I just don't know why I always preferred more time after
Yeah.
to like have off to like play with your toys. I don't know. That was like my thought process. Now we get nothing and it blows.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like I go home every weekend in December.
They asked me with the girls. They were like, "Do you get a winter break?" I'm like, "Nope.
You're like, here's my boss's
Enjoy it
number.
as long as it
Here's my
lasts.
boss's number.
Yeah.
Complain.
I get one day."
Yeah.
Gosh, man.
Miserable.
Can we get just a week?
Dude, why do we work from Christmas to New Year's? We should just like take the
I
whole week.
saw-
Nobody
I
does anything.
I saw on
Nobody's-
TikTok. Yeah, it was
nobody
like
wants to do nothing.
nobody is working. Every person I email gets I get an out of office notification. Any people that are in the office, they don't answer me in time.
Uh-huh.
It's so true, dude. Can we just do a nationwide like month off in December? But hold on, because I was thinking about this. What does that mean? Right? Does that mean
At least 2 weeks.
everyone
It
gets
should be at least
okay?
2
Let's
weeks.
say 2 weeks. Does that mean everyone
I
gets
think
2 weeks?
I
everybody
think you
should.
stagger.
But what is
right?
everybody?
You staggered a little bit.
Everybody.
Fast food, Publix,
Yeah, that's what you
delivery people.
That's
Everybody
what you
except
stagger.
for essential workers.
Bro, they're getting screwed again. Nurses,
The heroes.
Get back in
The
that
heroes of the
hospital.
holidays.
No, we just
The heroes
what do you
of the
do?
holidays.
Yeah, we just open up our window and clap for them or some shit like that. Right?
Can I get my burger to go now, please?
every time USPS drives by. Because that's the thing I thought about that. I was like, oh, what if everybody just got off? And I was like, but I still want my packages delivered
yeah.
within 2 days.
Within 2
Yeah.
days.
I
So-
ordered them real late for Christmas.
Pedal to the
Yeah.
metal, George. You know, get
Yeah.
here.
Speaking about vacation, where are you going?
I'm heading out.
He's hitting the slopes?
Heading to the slopes. I'm going to the
The powder?
Rockies,
What do you call that? The powder?
the Pow Pow.
The pow pow?
Going snowboarding over New Year's. So very excited.
That's
about that.
that's white people stuff, right?
Snowboarding.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I think only people I knew
going-
that
Asians.
skied were-
Asians.
Oh, okay.
For real?
They're taking over the Olympics.
It's just because that one girl that you like.
No.
Yeah.
There's a guy in the guys too.
Oh, okay.
I don't know his name.
What about when you go over there? Do you see anyone?
Well, it's so
over
hard
there?
to tell because you're all.
Oh,
I mean,
that's
you're
true, that's true,
from head to
that's true.
toe. You're
Yeah.
decked out.
You could tell.
stuff. Yeah, because one pants is sagging, the other's not.
I was more talking about like, are they wearing Jordans?
Yeah. Like, oh, there's Alex.
Yeah, I thought about that because I was like, my parents were never going to afford a ski trip. For
Mine
us.
couldn't.
No.
Mine,
Nothing like
mine
that.
couldn't.
Yeah.
If it weren't for my aunt and uncle, I would have never gone.
But even besides me, I was trying to think. I'm like, I didn't know anybody growing up that ever went skiing.
Yeah.
It's
or snowboarding.
I knew people from church.
You're the
but
first
that's
person
it.
I know
Really?
that's going.
It's
on a
definitely something that
dedicated, like-
requires money.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
expensive. For me, I think the lift ticket for 5 days was like $100 a day.
But I just don't even know like however much it costs. To
And
take
so
this
imagine
trip.
doing it as a family,
Yeah.
and you're paying for 3, or you're
Yeah,
paying for
hell
4
no,
kids.
absolutely.
There's
So
no
is-
way.
Is your
Absolutely
dad
not.
going?
No, it's just me.
Oh, it's just you? Oh,
I'm going with my aunt and uncle, and
okay. That'd be your
their
sisters are
kids.
going too.
No.
Okay.
And you
Nope,
going
just me.
snowboarding, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
skiing's a lot of fun, but snowboarding, it's cooler.
Johnny Tsunami style.
Yeah, are you an
Nice.
urchin or sky? You know,
What?
isn't that was like one of the groups? You were either an urchin or a sky.
Oh, I don't
That was the
remember.
thing in the
I just
movie.
remember that.
I don't remember which one's which, but But yeah, man,
You
it's
were
fun.
definitely but one of the bad guys. Do you not see him?
Oh, yeah.
He's like the goofy bad guy in the back.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I always thought I was the main character, but
no,
I'm
you're
not.
like you're the tall one in Space Jam. That's like,
Yeah.
what did
Sean
he say?
Bradley.
Bro.
Whoa, are you all right?
Yeah.
Did you guys watch Outer Banks, right? How far did you get into it?
I didn't watch it.
I heard the first episode, I think.
Remember the goofy rich kid that like gets himself
Oh
in trouble?
yeah,
That's
they're
me.
like,
I feel like that's
yeah.
literally. What was it? Like, they got into a fight. He was literally drowning him in the ocean or something.
Yeah, oh, yep, that's me. And later on, I think in the season, he goes and he's like buying drugs and stuff
Yeah.
for people, and it's getting way overcharged for just a
oregano.
normal amount of drugs.
Dude, that was one of the best scenes in The Office when
The caprese
Michael-
salad.
Oh yeah.
he tries to get weed from some random guy.
What makes you assume we have weed? No, it was the Advanced Refrigeration employees.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They're just
that's what it
downstairs.
was, Yeah.
He's like, I'd like to buy. He's like, buy what?
Oh man, that's too funny. Yeah, I was just thinking about it. Like, because even if like we had that money as kids,
Is
to
that
do
where
a
you would have
trip,
spent it?
Definitely not.
Yeah.
I don't know what we would have done, but definitely not that.
It's a lot, and it's hard. That's the other thing. It's not like you're going like.
That's what I want.
Think about like
that's what I
going to
wanna do.
Disney.
That's why I want to do it, because it's hard and it's
Yeah.
challenging. It's something that like that to me excites me.
It's
if
fun.
I'm going to do something, like I want to do something that's challenging.
Well,
He's
it's
getting
like
competitive right
it's
now.
like we've talked about too.
Exactly.
It's like we've talked about too. Like, there's two different types of like people that vacation. It's the people that can just relax and do nothing, or the people that like to like always be doing.
But I like to
something.
do both.
Well, I think there are. Okay, yeah. There's middle, but we've known some people
Yeah.
that are like, how you could just sit? And it's like, relax.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause in
actually-
Cancun, like I mean, I had fun like on the jet skis and doing the 4-reelers, but the best time was also just
I
chilling.
think
next to the
there's
pool.
a good
Just
balance
not doing
of both.
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a good balance of both. But it is fun for that because too, like it's exhausting. So like by the
Yeah.
time you're done, like
Yeah,
the lifts close at 4.
The only
You
thing I
don't
can
want to
think
do
about
anything.
is
Beat up
like
the whole time.
Oh, your legs are
yeah.
dying.
The only thing I can think of is like doing like exerting myself, doing something really hard, and then at the end like having like a beer and being inside like a jacuzzi or whatever. Like
and that is, I think a lot of people love doing that.
yeah, like that sounds dope.
I don't know if we have a jacuzzi
Nah,
or not. I
whatever.
really.
Do you have a sauna?
I don't know. I haven't even looked at the house.
Oh, you're at a house. I didn't know if you're at a resort.
Yeah, my aunt and
Okay.
uncle rented a house.
Oh. Your uncle has a jacuzzi. He's a jacuzzi kind of guy, isn't he?
Well, this isn't the same aunt and uncle that took me when I was 12. This is that's the down south family.
Okay.
I'm going with the up north family.
Okay.
Because they go every year this time, and so I asked if I could tag along because I haven't. I used to go every year.
You're like, hey, I
lot
haven't
of
seen you in a
fun.
while. Oh, you're going
Yeah.
skiing?
Well, in my my uncle and I, he's the one that I'm doing the race with. So
Oh.
this is the running uncle.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So he actually called me yesterday, and I'm in the middle of half marathon training right now, and he called me and told me like, hey, I think you should run your long run before we go. He doesn't want me to run
over there.
out because it's the altitude.
But I feel like it would be so beautiful to run out there.
It
It
is,
would,
and he
but-
said it is, but he's like eight miles.
Oh, yeah.
in that
He doesn't have
altitude,
a
he's
good
like,
But you're
I
still
don't.
gonna run,
yeah.
right?
Oh yeah, we're gonna do 4.5 days.
Okay,
Dude,
that's
that's-
dope.
And he said it is fun because it's a different view. It's a
That's
different
what
challenge.
I'm saying. Like that's
Yeah.
what I would love to do.
But he
It's
just
like-
said 8 miles. He's like, I
But
don't.
me, for me, running is like from here to there, and like,
Yeah.
wow, beautiful.
What's oxygen?
Well, and I've never
Yeah.
been. I go to up to Park City out in Utah. I've never been somewhere where the
Dude,
altitude is different.
last
you better
NFL
watch out.
game that they did in Mexico City. What is compare? Do you know what Mexico City? How I would love to see that because in Mexico City when they were playing, what it was the Cardinals and the Niners, they were dying.
Oh, yeah.
like literally dying. Like I think they have after that game actually they started fining teams because for people that don't know football, you only get 3 timeouts per half, and but you can get injury timeouts. So a lot of people just fall over holding their hamstring.
Like, oh, give me the oxygen.
I think in that game it was somebody who defended a pass and was
Uh-huh.
walking right back to the huddle, and then immediately like just grabbed their calf and just went down.
Bro, hey, but
just
honestly,
to get a break.
if I'm sucking wind like that,
Yeah.
give me the fine. You know, like I'd rather live, Commissioner Goodell.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, exactly. But then, that game specifically was really bad because it was like after every single game, and it was, dude, the funniest time is when like 2 fat ass linemen fall over and they're both
Yeah.
dying, and somebody goes like taps them like, no, you can get up.
Okay. Do Because you're going to Colorado, right?
Yeah, Crested
Yeah.
Butte.
I can't. I want to go there.
How close is that to the stadium?
Oh, I'm not sure. I think Crested Butte's kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
Because I think we have to. Where we're landing, it's like an hour and a half drive. So we're renting a car.
What happens
Okay.
if you see a bear? Hey bear.
Hey bear.
Hey bear.
You
Got
got
your
your
bear
little
bells?
accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Bear
bear.
bells.
Get your bear bells.
We should order up some bear bells. Yeah, we had this conversation today. For everybody listening, does Hey Bear really
they're not
work?
there with us? They weren't
They're
part of our
not- they're not-
conversation?
they're not our
Believe it or
work.
not, I wish we could just record in the office.
That would be
I think
amazing.
I
That'd
think
be
we'd
dope.
get more listeners. I really do.
Yeah,
If we edited it down.
dude, because we're funny too.
We got some good ones.
When we're
I
there, we
would
throw
censor a
some
little bit. We need to
one-liners.
censor.
The one-liners that we throw out, they're
dude.
pretty good. The ones that
'Cause-
nobody
yeah.
hears.
Yeah. When you see the three of us just giggling to ourselves,
yeah.
It means somebody just had a banger. We just keep it quiet.
All right.
just leave us for a minute. Let us enjoy the moment.
But yeah, we have a conversation about bears because I brought it up because I saw a video of
How did we get on the subject of survival?
'cause I was about to tell you. 'Cause I didn't tell you guys at work. I was watching a video and it was these people that were like a family. It looked like a baby was on like the guy's backpack, and then like maybe like a 5-year-old or a 4-year-old was walking. Maybe it was like 5 maybe. And so it was the mom and the dad. And maybe 50 yards behind them was a bear, a big ass bear that was walking towards
A
them,
black
like
bear or
following
a
them.
brown bear?
It looked like a dark brown. So
I
don't know.
think the black bears are more dangerous.
I do too, but I'm not sure. I know the worst one.
I mean, I don't want to run into either
The
one.
grizzlies.
the
Or-
what's
Polar?
the snow ones. Yeah. The
Oh,
polar,
yeah,
those
polar.
are fucking.
Because they don't
Yeah.
see people. They're like, "What is that? A new toy?"
Yeah.
You know?
No, dude.
The hay bear don't
I
work
heard
on
they're
them.
Nasty, bro. I heard they're.
Oh, have
fucking-
you seen the ones with blood
I heard if
on
you
them?
see one,
Oh.
you're done. Like done. Like it's not. There's
Yeah.
nothing you could do. Like
Well, if I'm in the middle of like nowhere, yeah, I'm dead. yeah.
But yeah, he was, and they just took like two or three steps and be like, "Hey bear, hey bear," and the bear was like, "I'm still walking towards you."
Yeah. Hey, you want me to come over? Yeah. It's like your
Yeah,
dog.
I
You're like,
Yeah,
oh,
I
hey.
feel like that's the bad mood to call
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
But
That's
but
his name. His name is
upon
Bear.
upon
Yeah.
upon
Yes.
further research, we figured it out, or at least what the theory is. I
yeah.
don't
You
think
wear bells.
Yeah, yeah.
that was one method.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Hey
that's
bear,
it's the
hey bear.
Yeah.
that's the method I would be taking to Colorado. Are there bears in Colorado,
I would assume so.
or is it like lions, or like mountain lions? Or
You know
something
what's
out there?
crazy? You know what California state animal is? It's a bear.
It's a bear. It's on their.
And there's
It's on
no
the
bear.
flag,
Like,
right?
It's on the flag.
Yeah, they don't have
Yeah.
bears.
Yeah.
that's crazy.
They don't have any bears.
I don't know.
There has to be. There's
Not
so many
in
like
LA.
woods and stuff. Yeah, not in LA.
Not those guys. At least. Yeah.
Like
that's
you
funny.
imagine.
It's all
Just
LA's not,
Oh, yeah.
LA does not represent all of California.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. I know,
you sure?
but a large
A large portion of it.
portion of
That's where
it.
a lot of people live. I know that much.
Too many.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know what I would do if I came across a bear.
I don't think my first instinct would be go, "Hey bear."
What would you do if you came across a raccoon and he attacked you?
Oh, I saw a
Run.
raccoon
I could
last
outrun
night.
a raccoon.
I don't
Would you
know,
try
man.
to run it?
Yeah.
I would.
They
I
got,
would
they
punt
got
that
fingers
bitch.
and thumbs. I don't trust them.
Yeah.
Well, how big is it? I've seen some big ones.
I've seen some big ones.
If
bro.
it's a big one, I'm running.
I'm at my old house. There was one that walked across the street, and I'm like, bro, what?
It's bigger than
That's
your
like a
dog.
fucking pit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've seen them carrying
And they
I
coolers.
can't punch
They got
that one.
They got hands. I don't like that.
Yeah,
They got thumbs. That's great.
Yeah.
No, we've seen
They
them.
got
Like-
little fucking thumbs.
Yeah.
We
it's
went
like, no.
when I was younger, we went camping and we just saw these two raccoons just carrying a cooler, just walking across. And I was like, "Are you
They
kidding?"
are the funniest.
Oh,
ones.
they're
Oh, yeah.
hilarious.
But I
They're
like,
adorable.
bro. When I saw that big one, I'm like,
he could take me. Like,
Yeah.
he'd give me a run for my money.
Yeah.
he would grab Maddie by the back of the shirt and just like walk away with her.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
It's
mine
like a
now.
hawk,
Yeah.
like with a little dog. Like,
yeah.
What's the
You wouldn't
biggest?
need help for that.
What's the biggest possum you've seen?
Possums are so gross. Bro. I can't even look at them.
I don't like
all of
looking
them are
at
gross.
I can't
I've had
even
one
look at
charge
them.
me the other day. That was a couple years ago.
People get upset.
I don't know why I said it the other
Do
day.
do people get upset?
I saw
when-
one the other day, then I was confusing it.
do people get upset if you kill one?
I don't think you're supposed to, because they're kind of like
Like,
Have you? Hey,
they're not a hazard.
killed him?
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But I would.
I think I've
You're
hit him with my car.
disgusted with
Like,
them.
I've
You're
never.
so disgusted with
I'm
them that you're
so
like,
disgusted
"Ugh."
with them. if I saw one, like I would probably
Like with a shovel?
anything,
Or a
whatever
bat.
I got.
Yeah. Come here, you
This guy,
awesome.
this guy and his animals with his bat. Jeez. No, I'm not gonna kill it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna kill it. I'm just gonna run.
Dude, I don't know, man.
How fast
They're
do bears
ugly.
run? Now I'm
Bears?
curious.
They're fast.
Oh, you cannot run a bear. You cannot run a bear.
I think you can.
No, you cannot run.
I don't know how fast they are.
100% you can't run a bear.
Oh, shoot.
how
No,
fast
you
is it?
cannot run a bear.
How fast
A
is it?
polar bear is the slowest at
Okay.
25 miles per hour.
That's slow?
Damn.
I'm dead.
Bro, a grizzly.
And you can't climb a tree because they'll fucking
Yeah,
climb
they'll
up that
shake
bitch
it off
real
down.
quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no, sorry. The sloth bear? Never heard of that.
Mm.
Is it just a sloth?
Yeah, maybe.
A
Is it a
sloth
picture?
bear? Come on.
A panda bear? Both
panda bear.
run 20 miles per hour. That's the slowest.
a panda bear runs
Can
20?
you imagine a panda bear?
Bro, what?
Dude, in
I
those,
thought panda bears barely. I thought they were like the turtles of,
Yeah,
they
of,
just
of
hang-
bears.
they
just
are
hang out,
at
yeah.
20.
Yeah.
20
Oh my
miles per hour.
God.
Yeah. What's the cheetah
What's a
bears?
sun bear? Are they making this? Is this Dwight
Yeah.
Schrute's
That's
list
a
of
band.
bears, dude? The North American black bear, which is what we have, 30 miles an hour.
Oh, you would watch. You're
So
dead.
you're dead.
Yeah, you're done.
What was my top speed? 16.
you're
literally
done.
half.
Yeah.
But would you try?
You got to zig.
Like,
and
I would
zag.
try.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
guess you'd have to try.
Yeah.
What else
Is it like
there? You
gators
just
where you
lay
like
down?
zigzag? You know,
You got to wear it out. Yeah.
Yeah, my cardio would be the best it's ever been in
Yeah.
that situation. You know.
Gators are pretty fast too. People don't realize.
Yeah,
that.
but you can do the
they
zigzag.
fucking they pick themselves up.
Yeah.
and they do a little like,
Run their
waddle.
little fingers. Yeah.
How fast is it? Well, okay. Well, first I'll say a brown bear is its top speed's 35, so that's the fastest it goes.
No way
I'm
a gator's faster than 35. I'm gonna say
They got to be like
15. I'm gonna say that
Oh,
can at
okay.
least run.
How
as
fast is
as
an
you.
alligator on land? What did you say?
I was going to say like 21.
21.
20.
Oh,
21?
shit. So you can
Yeah.
outrun a gator.
Wait.
No, 21 miles an hour. He
Yeah,
can't run
he-
that fast.
He did 16.
Yeah, the gator's faster.
I know. That's why I said he can't.
Oh, I think he
Zigzag.
can.
Hey,
Yeah.
zigzag. I got him.
Yeah.
Zach, I got him.
That's what we were taught, right? We were taught to do
But
zigzag.
I don't
Yeah.
know if
You
that's
guys
true.
taught that? I don't know if it's true either, but I've never been in
Serpentine.
a situation where a gator
Yeah,
is
me
chasing
neither.
me. I go, "Hey, gator!"
They,
I just
yeah.
start-
Hey, gator.
They teach you that in school, how to run away from gators?
Wait,
Ocala?
wait. That's 20 miles an hour in the water.
Oh,
Oh.
how about to say that's pretty quick.
Dude, I'm not
On
that fast
land,
water.
35.
No
God, that's
way.
so fast.
He's faster on land. That's
Hey, this
that's
is from
cheating.
this is from
Can we nerf gators, bro?
experiencekissimmee.com.
All right, now I don't believe it. That's buffoonery.
Bro, we're dead. Like we live in a swamp.
Yeah.
How have we not been killed by these things yet?
They haven't figured it out yet that we're
And
slow.
just in case you were wondering, the Saharan silver ant can run 1.9 miles an hour.
Okay, good.
1.9.
There's one thing I cannot run.
Ant. That's pretty quick. For
Is
an
it the ant like
Yeah.
Indiana Jones? Like
How
where
big
they,
is that ant? It's like,
I mean, it's Saharan silver ant sounds pretty big.
it does, yeah.
That's crazy, man. A Komodo dragon 12.
Wow. Oh, I can take
A
that.
hippo runs 19.
Oh, hippos are fast.
Bro, hippos are scary too.
Did you
know,
saw
they
that
are
one
scary.
swallowed that kid whole?
No, it
No, I
didn't.
didn't see that.
Somebody
Didn't?
pulled it out.
I
Somebody
know.
pulled the
it's-
kid out.
It still swallowed the kid, though.
It swallowed the kid halfway, and somebody pulled it out and saved the kid.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Dude, could
Whose
you
kid
imagine?
is that?
Bro, it can't, okay.
Because if somebody like,
Dude, if you-
that's his kids now.
Well,
Like,
you're young. Yeah. The raccoon comes and takes it away.
It's a raccoon.
Yeah.
It's like
fine.
Rocket.
If the raccoon takes the kid out of the hippo's mouth, he gets to keep him.
He gets to keep the kid.
That should be.
We
a
were
rule.
talking about this over the weekend, bro. I mean, like, okay, obviously we're not fathers.
Right.
Do you think
And your youngest is small.
you think
Yeah.
you
Hippo.
could do that? A hippo?
No, I don't like
Because I was saying
unless the timing, like it's a timing thing, right?
it's a timing thing.
Because
But
you
like,
did he fight it?
I don't know.
Because I would like to think
I was
that
told
I would
the story.
try to fight it.
in my
But I
head,
don't
it's like
know,
hungry,
like-
hungry hippos.
But do you think you would?
I don't know, dude. Like,
Oh,
there's
you're-
a lot.
Because I was like, I don't know any
if
kid
you
I
were
love
like,
that much.
if you were by the water
Oh,
and hippo
oh,
went over
yeah,
and
for
chomped, you'd go over there, right?
Yeah,
away.
100%.
Yeah, okay.
100%.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
asking. I don't know.
No,
that.
I don't. I just don't know.
I'd run. Okay. Well, no sense of wasting 2 lives. Let's get out of here. You got it.
Yeah.
Fight. Do it. Touch you. Kick him from the
Twist his
inside.
dick. Twist his dick.
Give him the whole dick twist. No, yeah, I would like to think that I would, but a real thing, dude, is a lot of people don't know what they would do in situations.
Oh no.
I remember one of my best friends now. They were, where were they? I don't know. They went on vacation somewhere and they were jumping off the boat, and somebody got caught in like one of what is that like
Current?
Current.
Like a riptide?
Because they didn't know. Yeah.
You just
That you
ride
just-
it out
Yeah, that you just
in the ocean.
Beach?
Yeah, in the ocean.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
They like you're supposed to like swim diagonal to it or something like
Yeah,
that.
like you're supposed to swim
Horizontal to the
horizontal to the
shore.
shore. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Or just let it
no, but
take
they
you
were,
out and-
but like there was no shore. Like
No, I'm dead then.
like
Oh.
they were in the open water.
And so it was.
What are
just
you
taking
doing
them.
out there?
They were just like jumping off the boat and like throwing the football. I
And
guess.
how fast were they going? How
No,
fast
they
was this thing
stopped.
taking them? I'm asking.
Oh no, it wasn't taking them.
like, I imagine
it
he's
was-
like down a whirlpool.
Yeah.
Like,
So he kept trying to swim towards the boat,
and it was fighting him.
and it was fighting him. So he was staying in the same place.
Nobody saw him on the boat.
Yes. So when
got
Hey,
caught.
bear! You know, like-
so my my
now
friend,
that is scary.
my friend who is ex-Marine, he has been in like situations like that before. So he jumps in the water to go after him, and
He gets trapped too.
well,
Oh, no.
yeah, well, when he
no.
finally gets so, I guess I'll fast forward a little bit because there was a bunch of shit going on at the end of so the guy that's already trapped in there, he wasn't saying anything for a while until until he was getting tired
He
and
thought
he
he
was
could
getting pulled
man
back,
it up
yeah.
and get.
Oh no.
So he
2
started getting
seconds.
You don't
tired.
mess
freaking
with the
out,
nature,
yeah.
yeah. The second I'm like, am I? What?
I'm
Yeah.
drowning. I'm like, oh god.
He's slowing down because he's getting tired. So now he's going away.
Oh, he's drifting.
Yeah. So now my friend Jay jumps in to try to save him or whatever. Now, when they get to like a buoy that's out there, but there's nothing to grab on. So what Jay is doing to keep this guy afloat, because his arms are dead. Like this guy at this point can literally not swim at all. So Jay has to go all the way to the bottom, and he's like, dude, if I couldn't touch the floor of wherever they were at, we would be dead. Because what he was doing was going down there and then like picking up the dude
Bro.
for a little bit and then coming back for air and then going back down to like hold him up again until
Shout out Jay.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah,
God.
bro.
I would have been
Wow.
like, you're done, man.
dude,
Yeah.
Hey, you sink to the bottom and I'll
if it
stand
wasn't
on
for
your
Jay,
shoulders.
This dude would have been cooked.
Golly.
It was a wrap.
Who's driving the boat?
No, that's the problem.
Get out!
Now this is this is what I say like when people don't know what the fuck is going on because somebody else jumped into the water after Jay did that doesn't have the
Everyone's gone in the river.
exactly that
Somebody
doesn't
tried the
have
boat.
the swimming skill that Jay does. So this guy is now he's stuck on that fucking shit too.
Gosh, I just imagine Jay looks like the power team holding up all these people.
Well, no, this guy's somewhere else.
He's like,
So
Jay, save me.
the good thing is that they were able to get this guy. They were able to get him something. I forgot what it was, but something that
I
floats.
just imagine like a pool noodle.
I think
That's all I need.
I think
I'll be
there was
fine.
a football out
I can
there.
make it. Oh, he's like,
So he was like on the football.
Sitting on a football.
They showed me a video of it. He was literally like when they got him back, he was holding the football like this, and just the only thing out of the water was like his face like that.
Oh, dude.
So he's all the way in fucking La La Land with his football, just trying to hold on for dear life. And yeah, so everybody that knew how to fucking drive the boat was in the water.
oh,
Those three guys were the guys that knew how to ride the boat.
God.
And
Goodness
there was one dude on
planning.
there, but I guess he freaked out and didn't realize that the anchor was in. So he didn't understand why.
yeah, I
the
don't know
shit
that.
wasn't
I don't think
going.
I would know how to.
So whatever, and then there was like talking to Jay about it later. He like, especially because he's been in stressful situations like that before with obviously
Yeah.
Marine training and stuff like that. Where he was like, yeah, like this person should have done this person should have done that, and then we would have been good.
I just imagine him coaching him at the end
Well,
after like
Yeah,
there
all
was
right,
a-
let's break down
sitting him
this
down.
failure.
This is
Yeah.
where you went wrong here. X,
Yeah, well, I guess
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was, but somebody like had a life jacket or a life something.
They didn't use it.
and they didn't like throw it to him when
He
it was
jumped in.
early. Like
They could have gotten it to him.
they could have gotten into him.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. I'm like, damn,
You'd think you'd be able to just have
Yeah.
that.
But
thought.
some people that don't put themselves in
Yeah.
stressful situations
Yeah.
regularly, like it's like what I always talk about game speed, like playing football. in practice it's one thing because you're in a comfortable situation, like you're basically playing football or practicing with your teammates, people that you're comfortable with. Well, now come Friday night, the lights are on, you're on the middle of this field, there's somebody in front of you who you have never fucking seen before ever, and there's people watching you. As soon as that ball snapped, you have no idea what's going on. Everything just turns to instinct. But the only way that you get over that is by doing it over and over and over again. So it's like people that haven't been in a stressful situation like that can't get out of it.
Do you think you'll be in a stressful situation? You think you'll be rock solid?
I think I'd be okay. I'd be throwing life jackets left and right.
I think
I also wouldn't be in that water without a life jacket on.
But yeah, some people like just.
You just are smart before the situation arises.
Yeah. I'll be like, yo, you want a life jacket?
I think I'd
before
be
you
dumb.
jump in there.
I think I'd be dumb and not have a life jacket, but I think I'll be fine.
I think if you get caught off guard,
I've served 4 tours in Call of Duty, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll be just fine. But
I think it's also being caught off guard and not being on your like toes at all time. And I feel like I'm always kind of like that. Like even the situation at downtown with the 2 dudes that were like right behind me, like potentially that could have been nothing, but I was never gonna fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have done the strike, scream, run method. You know,
I just feel like
Scream rape as you run away.
and this is not
hey bear.
this is not a knock toward you, but I feel like you wouldn't have figured out what was going on until your bag was gone and they were running
till the clip was unclipped.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think that's super interesting because everybody likes to think like I know what I would do in that situation because immediately that's what you think like, why wouldn't you do that? But it's like I don't know, like I don't know.
Push comes to shove, the adrenaline that goes through, especially something like that. And it like the boat, it's such a relaxed environment, like nothing's going on. For then all of a sudden,
you're
something
just
serious
drinking,
to be going.
you're just having a good time, listening to music, and all of a sudden it's like
life or death is happening a buoy away. You know, like somebody's floating with a football. You're like, what are you doing, Jeff?
Everybody's like, oh no.
I'm too paranoid, so I'd be in that. But nope. First thing,
Kyle has his plate of nachos.
Yeah.
Floating with him.
Floating there.
With
Life
little,
vest on. Yeah.
With the little
diaper.
We got to bring that out one
It's
day.
great.
I saw one yesterday and the girls wanted one, but it was a fish, this one.
Dude, it's nice. I'm telling you.
Please tell me you got the ones of
pretty
fish.
cool.
Next time you go to the water, I'll let you borrow one.
All right.
It's good.
That's funny.
Yeah.
What's next? What do we got?
Well, boys. Oh, well, let's end. We got 10 more minutes or 8 more minutes.
Ooh.
Let's talk about the World Cup just ended.
Oh.
Alex has
Messi.
something he'd like to share.
Messi won.
Yeah, Messi won.
Did you guys watch it?
No.
At all?
I watched the last I watched the second overtime.
You know what I
okay.
think?
Yeah.
You know what I think?
wasn't able to watch. I was keeping up with the last 20 minutes of it, but I was able to get it on my phone around the last overtime. So
You know what I think stopped me from?
So you watched the overtime and then the penalty kicks.
yeah, yeah. I was watching the PKs and I was like, as soon as they missed that one, I was like, whoa. And that second dude comes up and just whiffs, and I was like, that's over. It's a wash right here.
Dude, that goalie, that's the thing too. Like they were talking about it the whole time on the broadcast. He does little shit to intimidate you. And on that guy that whiffed the ball, I don't know if you saw that he walked. He walked.
That'd
he
work,
had to
though.
walk outside the box. He went up to kick, but then the ball, he had to go get the ball. The goalie had the ball. He threw that shit.
Oh really?
Yeah, so the guy had to get out or whatever and go grab it and then put it in it. So it's just little things to kind of throw you off your game.
Yeah.
It's just
it's calling timeout before a field goal.
Yeah. Or right when you're about to take a free throw, the whole crowd gets into it to try to throw you off. It's like that kind of same thing.
Do you think now? Granted, I'm not the biggest soccer watcher, or I don't consume that much of the product. But isn't it kind of weird that the biggest game of 4 years comes down to the penalty kicks?
Okay, so that's why this is what
Like,
one of my
it seems
things.
like I get for regular season and other stuff, but it seems like it's kind of a little. It's tense, but it's also a little
You
anticlimactic.
can't tie the World Cup.
No, you can't.
No.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
2 trophies.
Yes and no because I don't know. Maybe you got.
I was watching it. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
But
yeah.
still, at the same time, I'm like,
but watch a broadcast of like Argentina watching the PKs.
Oh, I'm sure
Like,
they're
oh
sweating.
my
Yeah.
god! Like, yeah, everyone is like anticipation. Like the shit is watching PKs live is completely
Right.
like, or being in a room full of people that like are actually watching. There's almost no other like stressful situation that's seemingly so simple because seemingly kicking a ball into a goal from that short a distance is easier than any
Well, it's
like,
harder on
than a field goal,
goalie, right?
Huh?
It's harder on the
It's
goalie,
harder on the
right?
goalie.
Yeah.
It's easier than any field goal. It's easier than a free throw. It's easier than any like sport thing that I could think of that you get like a free point for a foul or whatever.
Yeah.
But because it's so simple on the guy kicking it, if you miss, it's fucking crazy.
It's just wild that like the game of like what is it, 11 on 11? Is that what it is? Comes down to like 5 people.
Yeah.
It's like
well, if they all keep making
they keep
them,
rotating through,
they keep
right?
going.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
they
that's
keep
why
going until
Argentina
somebody
made
misses.
like a substitute, right?
I think
they substitute somebody to make sure he was in for the penalty kicks. Yeah,
exactly.
Okay.
No, but like whoever's on the field, like if they got it's 5 penalty kicks, right? So
Right.
it's best out of 5. Well, if
He's really
everybody makes 5,
Yeah.
you keep going. You
Yeah.
keep running the table with everybody
Those same
on-
5. Everybody or those same 5?
No, everybody that's on the field, not everybody that's on the bench. The 11 players.
you gotta
that are
start
on
bringing
the
those
field.
I want
people
the
off the
bench
bench,
players.
yeah.
Yeah, I want to see the second
you bring in
string.
the guy who's washing your jerseys.
The coach gets
the
in at
coach
one
is
point.
up there.
Okay, so-
you got the owners on the field.
So what I was gonna say is most soccer games end in a 0-0, 4-5 penalty kick, which is boring as hell to watch. Imagine watching full a game of soccer 0-0, go through extra time 0-0, and then it comes down to a 4-5.
So what's the
penalty
average
kick.
length of like a soccer game? Is like
Well, okay,
regulation is 90 minutes, but you usually have like 5 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes on each
We
side.
saw some 9 minutes.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
I
was
was like,
wild.
jeez.
Yeah.
No, but like you don't always go to penalties for everything. It's just tournaments. It's just when
Right.
you need to define.
During the season, you can
you could tie or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was just an incredible game. Okay, so we were talking about the numbers earlier. What are the numbers of the Super Bowl that you were telling me?
It was like
100
Big
four,
game.
It was like 4 point something million.
No, it was 100 million
Yeah, it was 100 million.
to 4 billion.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was 100 million
That was where I got the four
of
from.
people that
Yeah.
watch.
It's like 104 million to 4
the Super
billion.
Bowl.
Yeah.
4 billion people tuned in to watch the World Cup finals.
Now is that the Nielsen ratings? How does that work?
Dude, I
That's a
honestly
soccer
like
fans ratings. Bro.
Yeah. Well, how did they figure this out?
whatever. The point is
103.4 million
Okay.
to the 4 billion.
okay. So the point I'm trying to make with this is like, regardless of if that number is super accurate or not, it's still a lot more than people that watch the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Which
I mean,
it's kind of hard to even wrap your head around.
The
it.
NFL is just like American sport.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, but,
barely
like,
outside of that.
But like us as people, we kind of enclose our minds into what's important to us.
Yeah.
So like what's important to us here is the Super Bowl. So you would think like, oh, it's comparable, but it's not
Yeah.
even close.
Right.
So for the most
Because
exciting,
every country's participating in this.
the most exciting game worldwide to come down to a 3-3 and penalty kicks. It's just like, and the guy that everybody wants to win wins.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like,
Bro,
it has to be scripted
It
a
has
little
to be
bit,
scripted.
even a little
Yeah.
bit.
Well, even Mbappe got a hat trick? Like
Yeah, look,
3 points.
I'm
It
gonna-
was nuts.
I'm gonna read you some of the quotes, 2 quotes that I found super interesting. From one was from the guy that like,
Mr. Qatar.
yeah, Mr. Qatar, that was the one that went to FIFA and like was the representative of. So he says, this was before the tournament. Seeing Messi lift the World Cup in what could be his last World Cup would be something special for us as organizers. So mind you, the guys in the Qatar already fucking paid off to get Qatar get the World Cup in Qatar. So on top of that, they want Messi to win.
Was that part of their presentation?
Yeah.
No, it was part of like his interview for like why they didn't cheat or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
No. I mean, like,
Why we
that
didn't
was part of the
cheat is
presentation.
Messi
Was
wins.
like, Messi's gonna win.
Yeah.
They were like,
Yeah.
sold.
This is what the so that was that guy. This is what the the president of FIFA said before anything.
Very trustworthy guy.
Oh,
by
yeah.
the way.
Trustworthy guy. It would be an injustice if Messi retired without winning the World Cup. And it's just like, and then you see like,
Mr. President, I think you
And possibly
can
his
affect
last
that.
like appearance. Yeah.
and then you see that like, I think it was, I can't remember the numbers, but like so there was a bunch of like stats coming out of like why Messi's the GOAT, which I believe Messi is the GOAT. But it was like they were amping him up this whole tournament because it was like, oh, he's the only player to have ever scored in 3 different matches. Mind you, 2 of those matches were off penalty kicks. And in penalty kicks, you not like the end of it.
Right.
Like there was a foul inside of the box that that grants you a penalty kick.
Well, that's how we got 1 point during this match was a
Yes.
penalty kick. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I haven't looked it up, but I'm pretty sure that I saw something that said that he has attempted the most penalty kicks
Oh, really?
this World Cup than like anybody has. It was
Interesting.
like,
Interesting.
I don't know, man. I'm just like, especially in soccer when you have such a gimme, such a like it's so like you can blatantly like cheat.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
So who has worse refs this season of the NFL or the World Cup?
dude.
Oh, I want to talk about that too.
Yeah.
Did you? I saw there's a meme.
It's always
But-
a meme.
I saw that the NFL changed its like status or like I don't know what you call it, but whatever behind the scenes where they're not sporting event anymore, they're an entertainment.
Oh, I did
Oh,
see that.
interesting.
So basically, they can't get in
It's
trouble.
WWE now.
Yeah, basically they cannot get in trouble. It's like basically a loophole that like if I'm like this loophole is a thing, but obviously it's just speculation on whether
Right.
that's the reason or not. That they can basically rig outcomes of games and not get in trouble for it.
Yeah.
And then like we watch. I don't really want to get too much into sports, but you watch like the penalties that the Dolphins don't get and certain other teams don't
Right.
get.
It was
And you're
bad.
just like,
Yeah.
bro, are they already doing it? Like, is
Dude,
this already a thing?
It wouldn't surprise.
Is it all coming down to betting? Is that what
wouldn't
it is?
surprise
Yeah,
me.
they're too deep in
as big as like Sportsbook
Yeah.
has gotten everything. Like,
yeah, DraftKings.
Like that's the thing is like I think about it all the time is like is it too cost them way too much for the Dolphins to have beat the Bills the other night or something like that or for I don't know what the
and you look at how competitive the league is this year, and you
And-
start.
and-
it hasn't been like this since
No, it
I can
hasn't,
remember. All of a sudden, the Lions
Yeah, they're back in,
won
baby.
7 games.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That thing was entertain. It was fascinating to me how like they changed it to an entertainment company. Like
I wonder,
Right.
like, if
that's
it's,
wild.
If there's
Like,
been-
why other reason would they have to do
Yeah, I think it has to be to cover themselves, right?
that? It just has
Like
to
it
be,
has
right?
to be. Like,
That'd be interesting.
if it's not like
Well,
completely,
we got to keep
fixed-
entertaining people, so maybe you give
Yeah.
like the best storyline.
There's another thing in the UFC. This shit's coming out too. There was a guy, and I laugh at Clint all the time because like I always before every wild fight that would happen, he'd come in and say it was rigged, and
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, yeah, whatever. But now there's actual allegations, like legit allegations. There was maybe like a month or two ago, there was a fight that ended abruptly in the first how was it
Round?
first round.
Yeah.
That the odds of him getting finished were so astronomical, but it was because of an injury that they had to pay out for that. And apparently there was like a shitload of money put on that bet specifically, like that he was going to get finished in the first round right before the fight started.
Bro, that sounds like boxing. Like OG boxing.
There was
where it's like,
one of the
Take a
guys that's
dive.
getting like investigated is a coach
really
of a bunch of people.
interesting.
A bunch of people, and the UFC already banned him like outright, and said if anybody is going to work with him, you can't fight for
Interesting.
the UFC. I'll try to get you more information.
Bro, how
'cause I was looking
unfun
a
would
little bit.
sports be
If that was the
if we knew it
case,
was all
right?
rigged?
That shit sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the hardest sport to rig?
But
The hardest sport to rig.
it's got to be football.
I feel like
Okay,
it's
but
so many
rig one way by the
variables.
refs or by the players. There's two types of rigging.
Well, either way,
By the organization, so I said the refs.
Because you could have like in basketball,
Basketball,
a
you
player can completely.
Oh
derail
yeah,
a game.
yeah.
But to
You
me,
can
like-
you can
to
say
me,
you
like-
can eat just
Even football, like a quarterback
yeah.
can derail a whole game completely.
Yeah.
to me, like football and basketball are the hardest because of how many people would have to be involved.
Well, not if it was
Somebody
refs.
would blow the whistle.
Not if it was refs.
basketball.
If it was,
so-
but like if it was refs,
But
how
refs have
easy
been
would
caught
it be-
before.
But how easy would it be in the NFL if you were a ref and just not call? Like there's
Yeah.
penalties on every
It happened
single.
this week.
There's penalties on every single play. Every single
Yeah.
time there's
Yeah,
gonna be an
I-
O lineman
I could
holding
point
an
out-
offensive
Also, like,
lineman.
I could point out quite a few
Spotting-
holding calls.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Every play.
spotting like where the ball's going to. You're like, oh, sorry,
Yeah.
you were a little
Yeah,
short.
when you see him walking back,
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, that's not where he landed.
yeah, because that's his discretion. You don't even know if they're actually looking.
Yeah.
I'd hate to be that one guy who's like, shit.
And
Right
yeah,
there.
well, and that's the whole thing too, like the argument about like the chipped balls.
Yeah.
You're like, why hasn't it happened yet?
The what?
Like putting chips in the balls to see exactly where
Oh,
the spot
Yeah,
is.
like
You're
why do
why
we
hasn't
still
it happened
use,
yet?
Why do they still use
Because-
chains?
Same thing with baseball. Like,
Yeah.
why haven't they gone to computers? Fucking ump can call a
I will
strike
say- I will
when
say-
it's clearly outside the
Yeah.
box.
I think for some reason, some people are like, it's just the old school.
feel
way
like
of doing it.
baseball,
Like, we're
though-
still stuck in-
Who
No,
cares?
but I think there
I
are
know.
people that
You
care.
play
I know.
baseball,
We got that
though?
once that generation.
Yeah.
Then we'll
But
start.
you
I
should
feel
be
like
able to at
baseball,
least
you can
challenge it,
see.
right?
Yeah, baseball, you can see
Well-
if it's outside the box a lot easier.
Yeah, but
But then, like, people
but
get
it's been
mad.
controversial
Yeah,
over
and-
and
oh, yeah.
over.
I don't
and
know if
over
I've said
again.
this on the podcast or not, but I want it to be online because I want to be. I think you should be able to throw challenge flags on penalty flags in football.
Yeah.
I think it's ridiculous.
and no calls.
Well, you saw that.
and it's for them to just look at the tape.
yeah.
yeah,
There's change. They're talking about changes to roughing the passer, and that you might be able to challenge it.
yeah. I saw that.
You
Thank
have
God,
to
bro.
because it's
Like,
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Come
The
on,
Dolphins
man.
won last week.
Yeah. So
I'm so glad you guys are watching it because if I was telling you guys how bullshit that was, I don't know if you guys would
was
believe
so
me.
bad.
It was a textbook sack,
Yeah.
and it got to call the penalty.
But then,
whatever.
but then that's the thing. Then the sack on Mike White when he got folded over is like.
fine. He's fine.
I just loved the meme that was like, if that was Tom Brady, that man would have died.
Oh, dude!
Yeah.
If that was Tom Brady, they would have killed him right
Oh,
there.
right.
Roger
just
Goodell's
put him
got this gun. Yeah.
They would have
that
popped
man.
the fucking what is that called, the guillotine or whatever.
Yeah.
Right then and
They
there.
had a flogging.
You know what? That was crazy though. Like stadiums kind of resemble what like old Rome.
Oh
used
yeah,
to
they
be.
are
Oh, yeah.
coliseums.
Yeah, like that's just crazy. I
Yeah.
don't know. Just
There was
just the thought
um,
process of
there
it.
was a video that came out a while ago. I think it was for church, but it was talking about how like the beginning of it was like, isn't it crazy how people used to dress up in war paint and go to these temples to worship gods and stuff? And it like goes on all and on all about this stuff. And then he reads it again, but then it plays it over football. And people dressing up, putting face paint on,
Yeah.
like and doing all this stuff to go praise all these people on the field. And it's
I
like,
mean,
holy crap,
Derrick Henry is a specimen. So
dude.
if
I've praised Aaron Rodgers for many years. So.
yeah,
But it's crazy, like to think about. Like it still is happening. It's just
Yeah.
what we've put
Different.
in that position.
Yeah.
In that is now it's considered entertainment. I guess it was then, probably right
I could
or religious. I
That's
don't
so weird to think about this. Like you're like, all right, I'm gonna go watch a bunch of people with swords murder each other.
know. Well, Chris D'Elia has one of my favorite.
but I don't know.
Bits on it.
Oh,
He
you
goes-
would definitely
he
be
goes-
watching every Sunday. You're like, all right, let's go watch the murder ball.
Murder ball. Like we popped another one.
Yeah,
Tim's sword hit
yeah,
it.
yeah.
What were you gonna say?
D'Elia has a bit where he's like, I refuse to watch sports. 'Cause
Oh,
he's like,
the Eagles versus the Mike, like the real.
well, no. He talks about like he's like, I'm not gonna watch one grown man say to another grown man, "Hey, give me that ball," and the other one's like, "No," and then they just crash into each other.
He also had a take where he's like, I would much rather watch like actual Eagles going up
Versus
against
actual
actual Bears.
That does sound cool. We should do
Yeah.
that.
But no,
So
yeah,
it'd be kind of boring.
on
Actually.
your point
Yeah.
about me going to watch people kill each other, I for sure think I would be there
Yeah,
watching.
yeah.
Because
Oh, bro, if it was socially acceptable,
even now, yeah, socially
It's
acceptable.
back
Yeah,
in the
o-
day,
only if
okay,
social-
you
only,
know.
only if society deemed that it okay for me
Yeah.
to watch.
Yeah,
But yeah, I was actually an old video of like the first time the Dolphins played the Jaguars came up on my YouTube, and I watched it, and bro, that was like the late 90s already,
Mhm.
and the game was so different, bro.
Oh.
Dan Marino was
yeah.
getting pummeled.
But I don't-
That Mike White hit was happening
Yeah.
every.
Oh my god, bro! He would
Yeah.
just, and the craziest part, he would get rocked like that, and
Yeah.
then like he would never look to the referee for like, oh, roughing a pass. Like,
Yeah.
he just get
He
up
just
like,
got up. And, now, okay,
Yeah.
here's my question, because we've talked about this a lot. I know, like, you've always hated Terry Bradshaw complaining about it.
Yeah.
Do you agree with him a little bit more now that you've seen some of what?
that they had it harder. 100%.
At least that they were. I mean, it was
But I
the game
don't
was
think-
different.
but
I think it was harder in different ways, and I think it was easier in different ways.
I don't think they were taking like the velocity hits they're taking now.
bro.
They were getting hit
Watch it.
hard,
Watch
but like
it,
you've got
dude.
bigger, stronger guys
Yes.
now than ever.
But now, like Derrick Henry,
Yeah.
or let's take Nick Bosa. He a defensive player.
Yeah.
Nick Bosa hitting Dan Marino would have killed him versus the rules that were back then.
that's what I mean. Yeah.
So when I'm talking about when you talk about Terry Bradshaw, it's like you guys got fucked up
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah.
We can tell by the
Well, there was no
CTEs they
protection
all
of
have.
But it
Yeah.
wasn't against these athletes.
Yeah.
It was against like dope
athletes,
dudes
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, Sean
Yeah.
Taylor will he could still play in the NFL right
yeah,
now.
you got those people, but those defensive lines now are just massive.
Oh my! But they're all the same.
Everyone.
Like,
yeah,
massive,
yeah.
it's like he would like. Oh my God! Nick Bosa sacking Terry Bradshaw
Like-
and being able to drive him into the ground. He would break every bone in
Oh,
that man's
dude.
body.
What would Dan Marino done with Tyreek Hill on his team?
Oh, that would have been.
Who would have stopped
Dark
Tyreek
City.
Hill?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's so fast.
Well, that's the thing too.
Hey, two is stopping Tyreek Hill.
That's the thing too,
Oh,
bro.
that's right.
They
Yeah.
would take people out. You don't remember
Yeah.
the Saints
Oh,
back
yeah.
in the
Oh,
day?
yeah.
Do you remember the Saints? They got in trouble. This is wild. Maybe we could look more into this or whatever. Everybody's interested. But
Yeah.
the Saints got in trouble because Sean
Payton.
Payton was paying
He was doing
people
bounties.
as bounties. Like if let's
wasn't
play
that
they're playing
long
against
ago.
the
Yeah.
Dolphins. It's like if you take out Jalen Waddle,
Yeah.
you get a fucking $5,000 bonus.
This
or
was
some
like
shit.
in the last
if you
10
take
years.
out Tyreek
Yeah.
Hill, like, and it was
Yeah.
also per injury. Like if you give
Yeah.
him a concussion, you get fucking
Oh
$10,000.
my
Like,
gosh.
it was
Sean
like that.
Payton.
Yeah,
What a guy.
yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it wasn't even just like, oh, within the rules of the game. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you could catch a ball, go out of bounds, and then get fucking
Yeah.
railed because who cares?
The amount of steps
Right.
out of bounds was
Yeah.
different. It was
as
different
long
rule.
as I get Tyreek Hill the fuck out of the game,
Yeah.
I get a bonus.
Yeah.
What's the thing about like basketball with the Pistons years ago?
Oh, they used to mess people
Oh,
up
they
too,
were
bro.
hacking everybody.
Yeah, there was like that's the thing too. They had guys on their team
Yeah.
because in basketball you can have 6 fouls before you're ejected out of the game.
Yeah.
They would have guys on their team that their only stat line that mattered was those 6 fouls. That's it.
Sheesh.
You just
Yeah.
go in and smack fucking Michael Jordan as hard as you can.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
So it's like, no, yeah, I definitely see the point of like you can't play with those same rules now
Yeah.
Right.
because the class of athlete
But they need to look at the rule.
is
Of
yeah,
roughing
yeah,
the passer.
yeah, it needs to get
It's
better.
bad.
like,
Like-
Michael Jordan was getting hacked by like people that looked like they were in the in Congress.
Yeah.
And like now it's like fucking this
Yeah.
fool Michael Jordan getting whacked by I don't know who
Like Zion Williamson or something.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He'd break his
Somehow they're
leg.
playing the same position, and look at them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a big boy. He's
Yeah.
well fed.
Yeah, he is.
He's well
Definitely
fed.
well fed. You know, it's in his contract that he has to keep below 280 pounds.
He
Yeah.
just puts it on quick, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. He likes that New Orleans cooking.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Shaq had that problem too because he came out way leaner, and then at the end he was like, "Ooh, slow.
Yeah, when he came out, he was an athlete.
Yeah.
I mean, he was still an athlete at the end.
Oh yeah, he could. I mean, at his peak, he'd still be playing today. So,
What are we at?
oh, we're at time, boys.
We're well past an hour,
Ooh-wee.
boys. So
Little sports talk for everybody at the end if you want it.
Merry
If you're not-
Christmas to everybody.
Too bad.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You got
Hey,
it.
don't worry, I didn't want it either.
I could tell. Rewind and
Yeah.
look at the Evie's face the whole time.
He starts playing with his
He
shoes.
was
That's how I
so
know he's
out of
done.
it.
Guys, this is what you have to understand. We talk all day.
Yeah, yeah. We do
When we
talk
come
all
in
day.
here, this is bonus time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway,
All right.
don't miss me too much next week.
Oh, yeah.
Have a happy
Yeah.
New Year, everybody. I got to say too early, but more importantly, have a Merry Christmas.
More
Maybe
important.
Quizmoys.
Spend time with your family.
Mary Chrysler.
Yeah.
Merry Chrysler.
All right.
All right. Follow us on social. Instagram, Bunker Boys with a Z _podcast. The YouTube, just Bunker Boys with a Z. Like, comment, subscribe, share. I don't know.
We'll post more in the year, more reels and stuff next year.
Yeah, that's our
2023 is the year of the bunker.
The year of the bunker. I don't know if I like that sound of that.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in a bunker.
Either we're creeps or we're in like war-torn America.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
All right, guys.
We're in the split country recording from our own little areas. Yeah. Evie's in the north for some reason.
Oh.
Cold.
No, I'm definitely in the south.
Yeah. All right.
All right,
guys.
Till next time.